Hey guys, we're back with a new series. Hey Golden, he's here. He's gonna be existing
Hello,
throughout this series.
I'm here.
This is
We're,
one of
we're
my
doing.
all-time favorite games, Adventure Forward 2: Points of Conflict. And
I mean,
I was inspired by like a video of the back of playing this game like from the stars to the lobby, but this time we're doing a very hard challenge. The minimal power-up run. You've probably seen a bunch of videos where like what's the least amount of power-ups you need to beat a certain game? Well, we're doing it in Adventure Forward 2. Let's take a stroll over to the tutorial center. So
yeah,
there are two parts here. All of these are not power-ups. They are required to beat the game. And so, yeah, basically all of these count because you are required to use these to beat the game. But you might be wondering, yeah, these power-ups are required, but we're going to try and use the least amount of them in this series. So the marble, saw, dash pepper, and battery. If you use any of those, it counts up to the power-up counter. So we're going to be trying and avoiding these as much as possible. And if I remember correctly, you need a total of 33 stars to beat the game. So we have to collect 33 stars, then beat the bad guy. So
yeah,
we're starting off with 0 stars and 0 simples. Let's go.
let's go. Okay,
This
okay. A second. The first thing I'm gonna say is that technically this is not the first time we've done this. We've already done this once in private.
We've done this before, but we haven't recorded it. So,
but we have, and also I can't remember like a lot about it. And second,
I've actually been doing this a lot more recently, but from what I know, we're gonna try and knock out worlds 1 and 2 in this episode, because these two are the easiest, and like there's not really a ton of power-ups, like especially in world 1. I don't think there's like a single power-up. Oh yes, one thing I forgot to mention: cannons. You can use them. Cannons can be used because they're not considered power-ups.
Yeah,
Anything
and secondly,
in that little section are considered power-ups. Cannons, they aren't mentioned at all, but they're not really power-ups.
Yeah, and the second thing that I'm gonna say, just because I think it would be a nice surprise, is that this series is actually gonna be in split screen mode. So split screen activates, funny thing. Yeah, so you guys can see both of our perspective, which are probably gonna be the exact same, except for me who just died because of skill issue.
Yeah, we have an entire plan to make this like kind of like a 4-section series. I'm gonna have a playlist on my channel about this. So we're currently on the first section. I'm not gonna try and get too ahead of myself, but the first section is just us trying to beat the game, like any percent. Like trying to just beat the game without the amount of power-ups. Part 2 will be us going back through the main game and kind of just trying to beat a 100%, get all.
And I did it. That was pretty funny.
But really, we're gonna head back to the first world. Well, not the first world, but like the entirety of the main game. Okay, and there we're going to try and 100% it in the second part.
Yeah.
Part 3. Part 3 is gonna be very similar to this, to the first part, except we're gonna be doing the bonus levels.
Yeah, and honestly, we're still not sure if we're gonna do them because they're really hard.
I mean,
but expect section 3 to be really short because a lot of them are based off of new power-ups. But then section 4, we're gonna 100% the entire game. Okay, the entire game. Yeah.
Beat all the bonus levels. Beat the post game as well. Yeah, there is a post game from what I remember. But yeah, right now, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but expect this to be a very long series. Okay, there's go. Okay.
I think it would be so expect like one video per like 2 to 3 days or something.
Well, look. The thing about that is like we have a bunch of stuff happening in our own lives, especially with it being September
Yeah.
and school
I mean,
existing.
I mean, I would be very surprised if we finished this before New Year's Eve.
I mean, we're not gonna pressure ourselves to make this, you know. We're not pressuring ourselves to do this really fast, but in a reasonable amount of time. Cause it's almost October, and with that we would have like 3 months just to beat the main game.
Which doesn't sound like so cool, but then you realize that it's actually like pretty difficult to do that.
Yeah, and because with a bunch of stuff in our lives, we're gonna have to find time to plan this all out, or split different clips together to make these episodes. We're considering a lot on the line here for this series. Oh yeah, Doors But Even Worse. That was a pretty good episode or video.
Yeah.
It was even a lot.
I mean, I'm really happy that it turned out well. Honestly, I kind of rushed the editing because I'm lazy, but I think it turned out
the editing
okay.
was really good. Oh yeah, guys. There's gonna be no more codes or anything hiding in my videos.
Yeah.
Gonna put a YouTube link here that leads to a Rickroll.
Well, now it's ruined because we're not gonna do cuts during the series because I think it would ruin it.
Just add a link. Just put like a link that just sends them to that. If they put it in, it's gonna send them to Rick Astley.
Okay, definitely.
No one's gonna know. Alright, anyways, World 1 is actually really easy, and it has 0 power-ups required to beat the game.
Rainbow.
Now, the thing is that we will have to go back to other worlds, because, well, the thing is that World 3, you are required to use a power-up to beat World 3, the challenge course. So it's a minimal power-up one, where I'm trying to use the least amount.
Yeah.
So yeah, though I will say, the challenge is gonna be very tough.
Yeah, I already got this coin.
I'm
so scared.
We've actually done this before, like going to at the beginning of the video, but yeah.
But I mean that time we didn't do it completely. Like we did not do the bonus levels. I mean we started the bonus levels, but we never finished them.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go down to here.
Oh yeah, before anyone asks, yes, my game is in German. So please don't say that that my game is in a weird language that you can't understand.
Just look at my screen. My screen's in English, okay?
Yeah, if you already speak German, well, I guess you can just look at my screen also.
But something I will say, the thing about this challenge is that it requires tons of backtracking and a ton of down here, Golden. This challenge will require us to head back to a few worlds and recollect stars. So we're gonna try and collect all the stars we can instantly, just so we don't have to bother. So and with that, we have the last star of World 1. Now,
I mean, let's do it. I mean, we have to do the symbol now.
Yeah, basically,
if you,
the thing that we will have, every challenge course requires you to have a certain amount of stars to move on.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know, if I remember the numbers correctly, it's 1, 3. It kind of just the first 3 worlds, they up it up by 2 or 3. I don't know. World 1, you require 1 star. World 2 requires 3. World 3 requires 6. World 4 requires 10. World 5 requires 14. 6 is 18. 7 is 23. And then 8 is 28, and then finally...
Hey, no, stop right here. Stop right here. Don't get the number now. Yeah, because I think let's just explain the story a little bit for the people that never played this game.
Alright,
It's not a lot. All you have to know right now is that there's this things called
Star Savior.
I
can explain to them. This is actually a sequel to a previous game, Adventure 4-1, which basically it kind of had the same plot as this one, except this one's more complex. Basically, in the first game, there was this guy named Stratosphere, okay, and he decided to steal all the stars in the sky.
Yeah.
So then this guy named the Star Savior goes up, and I'm not gonna spoil a lot of the story because the story is really good, and yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. If you guys want to know more, head out, look at the wiki. Go to you, Mr. Redcorn up here.
Oh yeah.
But after that, 300 years later, there's this new threat named Celestial, and there's a new Star Savior, and you meet these groups of points called, the groups of gods called the points. All in their own world, all in their own, little thing.
Yeah. How did I die?
Oh yeah. This is totally not ripped off of Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we don't want to tell too much because it's gonna basically spoil the story. But
basically,
but for now, that's all. But
there's a corn on top of the throne.
Yeah. Yeah, but basically, they lost like all their powers, but they can gain it back with things called symbols, and we are the only people who can get those symbols for them.
No, go on. You're telling lies. That's not how the story goes. Basically,
you played this game more than I did.
So basically, this guy Sal, he's kind of the leader of the symbols. He needs the symbols to defeat Celestial, specifically using the symbols as power that's achieved. So basically, we're kind of taking their power, so that's for a greater cause. And for some reason, they don't agree with it. For some reason, they agree with it. So that's the entire story so far. There's a lot more character backstories, especially later in the game, but that's for other episodes, and plus the beginning of the game isn't really that lore filled.
But
the only time and once we reach World 5, that's when we get a little bit of lore.
But basically in each world there's a challenge course, and we need from one of those gods. Here we have the one in this world, Signal. We're gonna come to Signal. I'm bad at English, okay?
Right, okay. But I believe Signal's a female. I'm completely sure. But I believe Signal is a female. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm too lazy to look up on the wiki what gender they are. I'm not even sure they have genders.
I mean, they're gods. They can be anything.
Yeah, but in World 2, we do reach a little bit of a, sad moment. Not every star is possible to get. Basically, let's say, because in grinding it up, you have to use the saw power up, which, kind of sucks. But the thing is that there's red coins in that star area, basically saying instead of getting 5 stars, we get 4 stars, because each one has 6.
Which sucks.
2 from red coins. Golden, where are you? Did you die?
I died.
There's a red coin. There's a red coin down here. But yeah,
But we're gonna. There is actually a trick to skip the saw power up. However, there is a catch with it that we're gonna explain when we get to it.
Yeah, we can show them the glitch after we get the star.
I mean, it's not really a glitch. It's just a poor game design. It's just a poor game design thing.
Yeah. There is a way to get past the star power-ups, which is going to be very important, especially once we get to World 4. World
Yeah.
4 has a ton of star power-ups that you
Don't-
need just to get over to the thing.
Bacon,
But
can
with
you
it- but
stop
with this
like
trick-
can you stop spoiling like everything to them?
I'm
Just
not
like
spoiling.
okay.
It's not really spoiling,
How
But-
do I? Yeah.
but oh yeah, the thing is that they can just play the game. And
I mean,
know-
that's true.
Yeah, so it's not really spoiling when, you know, they can play the game. I'm gonna put a link in the description. So let's
Yeah.
head over to grinding it up. It's the 4th star. We're going out of order, but the 3rd star is over there in that direction. But here's the 4th star,
We're just gonna show it to them.
and you can see this is saws, and we don't like saws here. So if I turn on shift lock, yeah. You don't need shift lock for this, but you can just you can just kind of do that. They act like ladders. They act like ladders, and you can kind of just make it all the way up to here. The bad thing about this is that you can't really do it vertically.
If somebody finds out how to do it vertically, please tell us. But
but you are unable to do the thing vertically.
yeah, except if there's some crazy bug that we have missed. But for this purpose of this showcase, this is impossible to do, so we can't get over there, so we have to give up.
And yeah, we can just head back. Or die. Either
Or
way.
die.
Anyways. So, yeah. There are a bunch of glitches we will be abusing.
I mean,
well, not abusing, but we will be using a few glitches to.
I mean, we can. I mean, it's not really abusing if you're forced to use them.
Yeah, but it's. If you guys know what World 4 is, there's a bunch of saw power-ups, and that trick's gonna be
Where
really
are
helpful.
you?
I
Where
died,
are you?
and it spawned me back at the 4th star location. So, you know. Up here, Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, I've
What,
been
we
playing
don't
this
really
game
need
for
their-
a while.
I mean,
But
I mean,
the
I
thing
have.
about this. The thing about that is that when we eventually do part 2, or whenever we have to go back over to the worlds to backtrack, grabbing all the red coins we can, because we will have to grab a few power-ups just to, you know, get enough stars to actually beat the game. Okay, why is that jump so hard? Okay. I've been talking a lot. My voice is dying. Jam
It's
session.
okay.
And in the
Jam
end, and in the end, we both have 10 stars out of the 12 we could possibly get. And,
Which is very sad.
And if my calculations are correct, 10 is more than 3.
So this is
10 is more than 3. So
a bit about challenge courses. So basically, normal courses with color changed and
basically, what
extra
challenge courses
gameplay.
are is that challenge courses are a harder version of the main hub world.
They also
Like-
change color.
Yeah, and they also require a lot of mechanics. You can see, like, especially in like worlds 9, 7, and 8, they change a lot once you get to the challenge course. But you could see, like, in the first world we were in, I forget the name. Hold on, let me see. Adventure Grounds. In Adventure Grounds, you could see that that in the main course was just all green and gray. Then it just changed to orange and brown.
Orange. And this
Resembling,
course was
like,
red, and now it's blue.
Yeah.
Also, the
Some-
music changed.
Oh yeah, I don't have music because I don't want to get copyrighted.
I mean, I don't think you'll get copyrighted with 60 subscribers.
I actually
I mean,
haven't.
can you-
I got copyrighted on my second video. Not my second video,
You
but it was
did?
one of my. I think it was my first video. I got a copyright thing on.
You did get a copyright?
I did. On my
I mean-
first video.
I mean, I didn't know you before that, so. Oh wait, yes,
Yeah,
stop. I have to jump down here.
Yeah. Anyways, single is like the music or sound as I imagine her to be. Anyways, I hope you guys continue to exist, and we will see you soon.